Brendan Danick. Brendan is also one of my former coworkers. One thing I could describe Brendan as is uh, very athletic. That's a joke, but like he is actually one of the sneaky athletes in our flag football team. And yeah, he had a pretty significant role in a couple playoff games. I got to give him props. He's like what
Sneaky
the
athlete. What are you, a ESPN analyst and he's Asian or something?
he's kind of like the deceptively athletic guy that the Patriots are looking for. So
He's scrappy. He's the coach's
yeah,
son.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, he's got a lot of fight. Yeah, so his team is actually really good. He was a playoff team. We talked about beating
I think he's a
Strawbridge.
championship team. Honestly, I think this is a championship contending
Wow,
team.
that's a bold call. All right, Gee
Let's,
says it.
let's talk about James Winston, and then running backs. And then who else does he have here? He has four quarterbacks: Teddy Bridgewater, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic. He's got Jimmy Garoppolo, who's coming off of his
That's good
injury.
enough to rotate, man. He's got three
No
quarterbacks
doubt.
that he can gamble around on the
And
rotation.
Locke is a gamble in the rookie draft. So, yep. And then on the running back side, Joe Mixon, and Jones. He's got, let's see, Lamar Miller, Balaj, You got Edwards. Yeah, so not too bad.
His weakness is running back,
Yeah.
100%.
Well, he's got Kerryon Johnson too.
And Joe Mixon.
Carry on,
Yeah,
Johnson.
so I actually disagree. I think he's super strong on running back.
Oh, okay.
He's got three beasts, and then he's got, I think Lamar Miller is no joke. I mean,
Yeah, he has like four starters.
I think he's got.
Yeah, never mind. I'll shut
That's
up
right.
now.
I didn't. It's my bad. I didn't say that Kerryon Johnson
Yeah,
because
no, just look at this team, dude. He's got Amari Cooper and George Kittle. Like this is
These
gross. Okay,
He's
this
stacked,
is
man. It's so
disgusting.
stacked.
Can we disable the team right now? Can you log in with commissioner privilege and because this is like a dream draft. Like this is what I get in a 3-man best ball. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, yeah.
like the stupid like like a fantasy draft. Like I'm never gonna ever have that. Yeah, that's what he got somehow. I'm not
Yeah,
really
it's
sure.
crazy.
I'd like to see a review of the original draft to see how the fuck he ended up with this, but impressive.
It's good. That team's good.
Yeah.
That's actually scarier than MSW, which is hard to say.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
The thing about tight end premium that I'm a little afraid of is guys like Kittle when there was like 3 games last year where he went nuts. And most of them were like long touchdowns, but he also saw volume in that. Like, it's not like that Vance McDonald, like, I'm going to murder one of the Tampa Bay cornerbacks and then run into the end zone. It's like, I'll do that and I'll be your possession receiver. And like Kittle was just sick nasty, highly efficient. And like with that half point extra, he's like a weekly just game breaker.
Yeah, I benefited from that too. A couple of 40-point games from Ertz.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of strength in that if you can lock those guys down. And I like that they're competitive with a Hopkins, with a Julio.
Yeah, he made some really solid choices, and I think there's a really good balance of age too, where he didn't just choose like so we were talking about an earlier team. I can't remember whose it was. It was like an older team, the stalwart, but hey, aging and there's going to be issues. I see this as more of a balance there,
and also so young.
Yeah, he benefited too from things going his way, right? With Amari Cooper, George Kittle having a breakout, all of that. So he's just set up like this is a team. I would say this is a team I would take over, right? If I could pick anybody's team, probably be the one I'd pick. It would be in contention in the top 2 or 3.
No, I seriously think this is a championship team.
Yeah. I mean, I'm playing in week 1. Lucky me. Look at the projections. It's like I'm like almost guaranteed to lose, and I feel solid.
Well, you do have week 1 going for you because everybody's all fucked up, right? Everybody's figuring shit out. Weird shit happens week 1. So it's actually, I'd rather play a team like that week 1, to be honest with you.
So,
playing field. Go ahead.
Going into the draft, right, you look at his team, it's so just disgustingly good. He doesn't have any needs, so he can just draft the best player available. And this is where I docked him. I'm not a believer of A.J. Brown.
Really? I think he's the best pure running back in the entire draft.
No. Wide receiver. Tennessee
I'm sorry. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, sorry. Okay. Let me get to the right person. Okay, I'm with you. Go ahead.
So that was his first round pick. He got AJ Brown, and like that's where I knock him, because I don't believe AJ Brown is the real deal. Though I do like his second, third, and fourth round pick. Though I think he hit it out of the park with those. He got Drew Lock. I would have liked to see Daniel Jones instead, but if you believe in Drew Lock, okay, that's fine. And then he got both of the Cincinnati running backs to cuff to his Mixon. I think that's just really smart strategy.
On my board, what I was saying was I thought I was said the wrong thing. AJ Brown was my on my board. No, this isn't placement. This isn't landing spot because landing spot was horrible for him. That sucked. I was very sad. Yeah. To me, AJ Brown is in this draft class the best all-around wide receiver. I still feel like that, and we'll see what happens. But his landing spot sucked ass, and that's what really took his value down. But
yeah,
I get that. I get the belief in him personally. This is my opinion as an all-round, well-rounded running back.
Yeah, I think you should.
As a wide receiver,
a mid to late second round draft pick like JJ, like Jaws. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. Based on landing spot, yeah. But we'll see what happens. But I was I understood the pick, especially where it happened. I understood the belief in that, and that was kind of the hype on him. The lock pick is questionable. Based on, I see what you're saying. I mean, I definitely agree. Solid team didn't have need. The question becomes, are these the best available players? So let's look at what's on the board. Let's go even to the 109 pick again. So if we look at what was on the board when he made the pick. So we're right here. Okay, so what was on the board was,
and it's unfortunate because all the running backs went away right before him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but right, he had his choose of wide receivers because the only ones gone are Carey and Paris Campbell, and he chose AJ Brown.
Right. So that's a choice of him over DK Metcalf.
Or Mecole.
Or Mecole, which is a really great placement.
Or Marquise Brown, if you really believe in Marquise Brown's talent.
Yeah. So I get it. But I think that's 6 of 1. I think that would roll different ways with different people because each of these has a story. Placement issue, physical freak, not wide receiver skills yet to be determined. Mecole Hardman,
I'm super high on him.
Okay, but I consider him a little more one-dimensional, but a great placement situation. And with regards to the suspension of, he's walking into a role, I like that for that. So, there's an argument to be made for and against all these guys.
I'm gonna be the decider between this. I'm gonna say that AJ Brown is a good pick in the first round, and I go back to Sean. Really, I mean, talking about Brown as a pure prospect, not landing spot, one of the best receiving prospects in the class. Athletic, production, route running, hands, he's got it all. And Tennessee, although it might be a shitty landing spot, we don't know what Mariota is still. And that kind of uncertainty could actually be a benefit in the long run. I mean, there was flashes where Mariota was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He had a month in 2017 where he was phenomenal. And he hadn't had a lot of weapons around him prior to that. So I give the Tennessee offense a chance. I also just think if you have no needs, you're going to just take the best player available. And it might not be the best opportunity available, but from a talent perspective, a lot of people are really high on A.J. Brown. He's young. He has a chance, if he doesn't sign again with Tennessee in 4 years, to land on a team and be a number one wide receiver. So as a long-term prospect, I think it's a good investment.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, and I would have definitely made that pick myself had I been there in the draft. So I'm a little biased, obviously. That's where I'm coming from on that. I think the only pick I have an issue with in this draft was the Drew Lock pick. I would have personally, but I see the value in the 2 QB league. I see his logic there. So if he's coming,
you got to grab him early, man. It's pretty obvious now. If you want a quarterback in the league, you got to get it early.
You got to grab, yeah. So I get that. So I can't really even fault him too much for that. I personally would have grabbed probably Justice Hill there, but anyway, I think it's solid. I give him an A-.
And you see, here's the thing. I don't mind the fact that he missed on Justice Hill, especially because he just went Rodney Answer and Trayvon Williams. He's got both of the handcuffs to Joe Mixon. I just think that's just a good strategy.
Yeah, it is. 100%.
Agreed. So smart. This is intelligent drafting right here.
Yeah. I gave him a B overall, but I think you guys are a little higher.
Yeah, I'm A- on him for sure. And did you say, what was your grade? D?
I gave him a B- just because I don't like AJ Brown.
Okay.
But you know, you guys are making me change my mind on AJ Brown.
Ah, there we go. The power of
So,
influence. Right on. So does that bring we're
Yeah.
on? I guess okay.